Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a full weekend of fishing that I'm really excited for, because it's the first time that I'm taking out my brand new little micro camper van for a weekend's fishing trip. I've taken the van out a couple of times with my girlfriend already to test it out, but she's away this weekend, so this is the first time that I can get out by myself in it. And I've got some really cool fishing plans for this weekend as well, all around Valencia region in Spain. So I've just pulled up next to the river where I did a lot of fishing last year. So the plan for today, I'm having a few hours back on this river. I'm going to try and catch a few carp. It is late April and it's getting warm now, so there is a good chance that the carp might be spawning. If so, I've got a few little lures with me as well, and I'll go after the bass. But I'm looking to have a bit of fun here today. I haven't done any carp fishing for quite a while, and I want to catch a few carp on the surface if I can. And then after that, I'm going to get myself back in the van, drive a bit further out into the mountains towards a reservoir that I'm going to fish tomorrow. I'm going to sleep there tonight, get myself up early tomorrow, have some breakfast, and then I'm going to fish this reservoir the first time I fished it, and I'm going to fish it for bass tomorrow. And there's also a few pike and a few zander in there, so who knows what that's going to be like. So a good variety of fishing this weekend. Carp today on the river, big bass, maybe pike and zander tomorrow on the reservoir. Really excited to get into this one. Let's do it. One of the things I absolutely love the most when fishing is getting to the spot, kind of sitting down for a moment, watching the water, putting a little bit of bait in, having my own sandwich, and just see what's going on. Really, I love it. I absolutely love spending a bit of time doing that. Recently, while I've been in Taiwan and since I've been fishing with my new mates here in Spain, I've been doing a lot of lure fishing, and I've always fished for everything throughout my life. I've always fished for all species, and I always did a bit of lure fishing, but it was never like the main thing that I did. And fishing with these guys recently who are just, you know, lure purists, they only go lure fishing, I've realized I've definitely got a lot that I need to work on and a lot to learn. But I have already learned so much from fishing with those guys, so it's been really cool. But I'm looking forward to doing a bit of bait fishing today. It's been a while. I'm looking forward to getting back to what I think I do best. So just got to feed this duck off first. Well, don't I look a bit of an idiot now? So basically, completely scratch everything I just said. As soon as I started getting a little bit of bread in down the side, I noticed very quickly on the far bank a lot of carp very clearly spawning. So yeah, I knew that was obviously a possibility. So I brought the lure rod along with me and a few lures for bass. So scratch what I said about looking forward to doing a bit of bait fishing today. It's not happening. I'm getting the lure rod set up now. We'll get a few small lures on. Hopefully we'll catch a few bass today. I think on the river there are plenty of bass, but they don't go very big. And the plan obviously was to get to the reservoir tomorrow and get a few bigger ones. But who knows? If we can catch a few today, it's still fun, isn't it? Wow, okay, I think now we're seeing part of what the floods did here. All this used to be a path and it's just been completely destroyed. Wow. All along here was like quite a well-established footpath, but it's completely changed. It's looking a bit tricky to get across actually. Well, safe to say that didn't quite go to plan. As you can see, I'm back in the van already. Carp were spawning like crazy, no chance for them, didn't even want to go for them. And then bass, absolutely nothing happened, so no follows, nothing whatsoever. I'm gonna head over to the reservoir now. This is somewhere I've never been before, so maybe it's a good thing that I can get there a little bit earlier, maybe have a look around tonight. Honestly, I wasn't feeling hugely confident about the reservoir. I was feeling like this was my banker on the river where I know it very well. Hopefully there's still a chance tomorrow, and I think if there is a chance of catching anything, it's probably going to be a better one than what you can get in the river. So heads up, let's keep going. I've got a nice bit of food that I can cook later on in the van tonight as well, so it should be a good evening. Yeah, let's get back on the road. Right, well, I've landed in such a cool area. The river behind me here, this is the upper reaches, basically the source of the river that I was fishing earlier today. I've just parked up in a little car park back there, and that's where I'm planning to spend the night. And about 10 minutes walk ahead through these orange trees is going to be the reservoir. So I'm just on my way up now to go and check it out, ready for tomorrow. But this place is wicked. This is one of the nicest places that I've been around Valencia so far. There's a few people knocking around. This is the first time I've stayed kind of wild camping in the van. We've used it a couple of times before and stayed in sites, so I'm not too sure how that's going to go, and it's very quiet around here, but it's really, really nice. I'm really excited to go and see what the reservoir's like as well. This is it, wow. It's very, very windy though. Here's the wall. It's a daunting bit of water. It's a big old lake, of course. All right, so it turns out I'm actually not in the right place. So I was just checking on the map as I was looking at the reservoir up there, and what I was looking at was like one leg of kind of another part of a reservoir, not the one that I should be fishing. And when I've looked on the map for somewhere to park on the reservoir that I actually should be fishing, it's about an hour's drive away because I've got to go back out of the mountains, and there's only one road to go back into them to get that way. So, bit of a fail for today, but we live and learn. I've just quickly booked myself onto a site that I've stayed in before. It's about 15 minutes drive away from here. It's getting a little bit late now. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm tired, I'm feeling a bit scruffy. So I'm just gonna get myself to that site, relax, chill out a bit, cook some food, have a shower, and I'm gonna get myself up early in the morning, get over to the proper reservoir and have a good go at it. It's looking really daunting because when I look at it, I mean, I was just looking at one tiny leg of it there and it looked huge. When you look at it on maps, it's a good 10 times bigger than that little bit that I've been looking at there. So finding the fish, I think, is going to be very, very hard, but you've got to give it a try to learn, haven't you? It would definitely be easier if I was coming with somebody who's been before and knew what they were doing, but I'm not. So I'm going to give it a good go tomorrow. And who knows, we might catch something. And if we do, it's going to be a huge, huge achievement. Anyway, back to the van again. Let me get to that site. I'm getting hungry now. Yep. Heading up into the mountains now. Cracking views around here. I absolutely love this part of Valencia. It's great. Sorry, I've got the FA Cup semi-final on the radio as well. Sorry if that's annoying. I think I'll have to take a break in the fishing tomorrow to watch Forest hopefully beat Man City and get to the final as well. No fish today, but you know what? I'm enjoying being out in the van. It's very, very cool. I feel really lucky to be able to do it. Well, here we are. I've made it. I'm in the site, and I've got to be honest, it's nice to sit down and know where I'm going to be staying. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. It's been a long day, been in the sun all day. I think it was probably a good shout to do this. I've never wild camped before in the van, and I wanted to do that for the first time tonight, but it wasn't the right place. And honestly, I was kind of nervous, to be honest. It was a really nice place, but it was literally in the middle of nowhere, very, very quiet. So I'm happy I'm here, I can chill out. I'm going to cook some meatballs in a minute. I'm just boiling the kettle. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea after I eat that. And I'm going to get an early night because I'm worn out. I'm also going to have a shower, which is going to be great. And then tomorrow, I was going to get up early, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to chill out in the morning, and then I'm going to have a steady drive over to the reservoir and really take my time with it because it's daunting. It's looking huge. So I'm going to take my time with it tomorrow, and I'm going to fish into the evening. I don't mind leaving when it's dark, so that is the plan. But for this evening, it's nice. This is a really cool place, man. It's really nice. So I'm going to chill out now, get some food. Well, it might not be too fancy, but that looks absolutely spot on to me. Oh, I'm going to enjoy that very, very much. Been waiting all day for this. Bit of luxury. Cheers. Alright, morning. We survived the night. Actually had a really good sleep, feeling well rested today. Made myself a coffee and I'm just making myself some eggs for breakfast as well. And I'm ready to go at it again today. It's really hot today. It's boiling already. Pure sun, and I'm kind of burning standing here as well. So I think it's going to be a tough day out on that reservoir. I don't imagine there's a lot of cover. But yeah, feeling well rested and ready to get exploring again. Time for some eggs and coffee first though. Alright, so all packed up, feeling refreshed and ready to get back on the road. But before I do, I thought that for those of you who are interested, I'd give you a quick van tour. So basically, I'd had a dream for quite a long time to be able to buy a little micro camper that I could use like on a day-to-day basis, not have to keep in storage, but also that I can use for little trips overnight as well. I test drove one in England a long time ago, and then when I moved to Spain, I was just kind of scrolling through a shopping app, and this one popped up in Barcelona, so I went to see it. We negotiated for a really long time, and it was it was expensive, but it was a bit of a dream buy for me. So it was all kind of professionally converted by a mechanic guy, and this is it. So here's the back. We've got a small table here that pops up, a little window there with some fly mesh on it. This is like a seating area, and this can pull out all the way across to here, and it becomes a bed. It's not huge. It's not quite a double bed. For me last night on my own, it was great. I had loads of space, but me and my girlfriend have slept together in here a couple of times and we're okay. Under here is a big storage cabinet. Over here we've got a sink, and then there's water tanks down there. This is like our little kitchen area, so all of our kitchen stuff's in here. More storage up there as well. We've got lights along the top on either side, which is really cool. I love the wood in as well, like the way that the guy has put it all together is really cool. And then in here, my favourite part about the whole van is that I've got a little fridge. So I've been using this in the last couple of days. It's got my stuff that I had for breakfast in there, milk for my coffee, and a little bit of stuff that I'm going to have for lunch later on today as well. I absolutely love that I've got a fridge in this little van. This over here is what we might call the wardrobe, I guess. And then in the front, we've got the two seats. So it can only seat two people. But for me and my girlfriend, for short trips like this, it's absolutely perfect. I've got my rods on the kitchen counter, so hopefully my girlfriend doesn't see that. I'm not sure she'll be too happy with that, but oh well. So yeah, that's it. It's a new experience for me having a van. But it is, like I said, it's something that I dreamt about for a very long time, and Spain is so suited to it. There's some really cool places you can get to. And I think in terms of fishing, it's going to be amazing for me. So this is the first time that I've kind of taken it out on a fishing trip. And I've got a lot of things to learn, but I think it's going to be really useful for exploring and getting into kind of hard to reach places, such as the reservoir. And with that, I think it's time to get on the road and go and find this reservoir and check it out. There it is, there's the reservoir. Wow, it looks really cool. Wow, man, this looks amazing. Oh, I've just parked up and wow, first impressions of this place, it's absolutely incredible. I don't really know what I was expecting, but it's such a nice place. Like the water is gin clear, you can see meters out. Obviously it's a huge reservoir and it wasn't an easy drive in, very windy. Car park's a little bit dodgy. I'm not 100% comfortable with the way the van's parked, but it is what it is. Such a cool place. There are people swimming here. I've seen 1 or 2 anglers from above, and just down in front of the car where I've parked, I've seen a couple of bass as well, only small ones right in the margin. So I'm really excited to get at it. As I did expect, there's not a great deal of shelter here, so I'm gonna have to try and cover up. And another problem I think I'm gonna face is that the banks are quite steep, so I think I'm gonna have to be prepared to get a bit wet today when walking around. It's not gonna be easy to get around the banks, but honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised. I think it looks like an amazing place. And if I can catch one here, oh, it's going to be amazing. This is right outside the car. And there's 2 small bass swimming around, and in the shade over there, there's a bigger one. Who knows? Let's have a go. There's the bigger one. Look, he's chasing me. coming for the lure. Go on then. He had a look at that lure then. So my mate Neil told me that the bass are pre-spawn. They're getting ready to spawn now, and he said you need to try to find their nest. And I've got a feeling that slightly bigger one under there, it seems to be protecting that dark hole that it's in. Chased away 2 small bass from there. So, and then the guy in the tackle shop told me that they're not really feeding at the moment because they're getting ready to spawn. So you've got to try and get a lot of movement in and make them instinctively strike. But I mean, this one's had a look at that lure a couple of times, but it's not too bothered. Well, it's looking like this is going to be a proper mission. Absolutely no phone signal here, which I'm a bit gutted about because I was going to watch Forest in the FA Cup semi-final later. But also I guess it just comes with being in such a remote place. Looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of hiking. I've decided to, all around the car park there's quite a lot of people swimming, so I'm heading straight away from there. And I've decided to head in the opposite direction from the dam wall, because I'm guessing, based on my very limited knowledge, that it gets shallower away from the dam wall. And there's also quite a lot of people along the bank towards the dam wall, so I'm trying to move away from them. But yeah, it's very exciting. It's really cool. Amazing place. Right, there's a big bass down there, I can see it. Oh, there's two. One's coming to the lure now. Oh, they're both looking at the lure. Both of them right behind the lure. They don't want it though. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a pair of bass, and the smaller one has come and mouthed the bait twice now. I reckon maybe their nest is in amongst these branches here. He's not bothered about it now. There's a big bass right at my feet in this hole. Probably 6 pound, 5-6 pound. Small one looking at the bait again. Oh, the big one's coming. Go on, you bastard. Oh, you can see it's a big fish. Oh, the line's touched it. Oh no, that spooked it right off. This is an experience, man. I'll tell you, I'm further along down the bank now and I'm just completely on my own. All of the other people are way further up where I started, and yeah, I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's very cool. In terms of the bass, I've seen a few and it's getting me really excited. I tend to be finding them in like little crevices where the bank kind of, like an inlet in the bank, it's usually rocky, and because it's so clear you can see down, and I've been seeing them in 2s and 3s. So a couple of bigger ones and then a smaller one with them. And so far I've only been able to get a reaction out of the smaller one. It actually nipped the lure twice. But I think I can see now why the guy in the tackle shop yesterday was telling me that you need a big lure, because the lure I've been using has only solicited a reaction from the smallest one. Obviously, because to the small one, you know, it's a big lure. So if I had one of the massive lures that the guy in the tackle shop was telling me to use, maybe I'd be able to get more of a reaction out of the bigger bass as well. But it's a learning experience, definitely. I've been thinking to myself, like, when I was little, you know, I had to put in time to learn how to catch perch and roach, and then I had to learn how to catch carp, and then I had to learn how to catch barbel on the Trent, and it took me a long time to catch my first snakehead and things like that. Last year I caught loads of bass, but they were all small and it was all in the summer. So this is obviously a different time of year and a different technique is required, but it's very encouraging seeing them, and it's very, very exciting too. I feel like I'm in Texas or something, man, like on, what was that game? Bass Pro Master Bass or whatever it was, that old computer game. It's like that, seeing them in the margin in and amongst like the sunken tree roots. It's amazing. And if I can catch one, I'll be absolutely thrilled. It'll be amazing. I've just seen a carp in the margin as well. So there's plenty to go out here, and I'm sure I've got to put some hours in, I think. But once I get a grasp of this place, there's going to be some great fishing to be done here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. We've done it. Look at them following him in. We have done it. We've caught a bass. Well, we've done it. We've got one. It's not a monster by any means, but it's happened. I don't know if it was a change of lure. I switched to like a small green lure, or they've maybe just become a bit more active. This is the spot where a small bass nipped at the lure earlier on. It might even be the same fish, but who cares? We've got one, and that was the target today. So let's have a look at it. Here it is. There we go. Go a bit closer. That is a Spanish black bass, or largemouth bass, I believe. And I'm happy with that. It's not a monster by any means. Probably the smallest one I've seen today, but there we go. It is a blank saver, and I will take that all day long. Let's get him back. It's actually going to be a massive trek to get to that wall because the bank goes in and out. I'm not sure I'm going to make it, but I'll try my best. It's been a long day out in the sun. I've run around as fast as I can to where I caught that one earlier, because I haven't really seen any more, and this is the place where I saw the most and that they were most active. So I wanted to have one last go with a slightly bigger lure, and this is it then, his last chance. Oh yeah, bass. Yes. Oh, he's only lightly hooked getting. Yes, it was a good choice to come round. Oh, he's only small again, but it's another one. Come on. Whew. Oh my God. I thought I was recording on the proper camera, but I wasn't. I just took a picture. Oh well, it was only little. Go on then, back you go. Good bite. Oh, brilliant. Right, that is it. It's starting to get dark, time to head back. I'm so pleased that I managed to squeeze one more in at the end there. You know, since I've started making videos, I've been feeling a lot of pressure to catch, and obviously It doesn't happen all the time. I feel better that there are going to be 2 bass in this video rather than 1, even though I didn't press record to show you the second one clearly. But I think what I want to do with these videos is show the real fishing that I do. I'm aiming to try to get a video out once every 2 weeks, and obviously if I can keep that volume up, there are going to be times when I don't catch many or I blank. But that's the reality of fishing, and hopefully something else that I can share with you is the places that I go to fish, the different countries that I travel to. And in the future, a big part of the channel is going to be trying to catch all of the species that are on my lifetime catch list, which I've obviously made a bit of progress on this year already. Obviously I could go somewhere that I know I'm guaranteed to catch every time. I kind of tried that yesterday and it didn't really work anyway. But that's not really what I enjoy doing. I like to explore lots of different places, challenge myself a little bit. The last 3 sessions I've had, I went rock fishing in the sea for a species that I'd never heard of before the session, the toadfish. Then I went tuna fishing, and then I went fishing for pre-spawn bass on a massive Spanish reservoir. So I've been really testing myself recently. So thank you very much for sticking with the video if you've made it this far. There haven't been loads of fish in it, but at least there've been 2. But I'm sure there'll be lots of Spanish countryside and me in my van as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And I promise I'll try to catch more fish as well.